That was Brock Lesnar completely botching his entrance on an episode of Raw. He slipped and fell right on his ass. It was absolutely hilarious, and even Brock and Paul Heyman broke character and had to laugh at the accident. The segment continued, and it wasn't until Raw went off the air when Brock Lesnar was seen making his case that it was slippery in that area. Brock's return to WWE is not going so well because that wasn't the only time when he experienced a blooper. In a segment with R-Truth on SmackDown, he ripped his pants. What's even funnier is that this isn't the first time that the man ripped his damn pants. Anyways, he finished the segment, but Brock thought it was so funny that he couldn't help but laugh and show off his pants.
I ripped my pants!
Dragon Lee was determined to hit the spot, and third time was not the charm. This is R-Truth trying to punch John Cena. One of the funniest bloopers was Cardi B reading off a teleprompter for her 90-second promo. This is some funny stuff. The next blooper happened during a title match for the women's IC belt. Nikki Bella flew off the top ropes to head a flying kick on Becky Lynch. The only problem was that the timing was completely off and Nikki was in the air before Becky even turned around. She completely missed, and even Wade Barrett had to say this.
Not even close from Nikki Bella.
In that same match, we also got this blooper when Nikki was smashing Becky's head onto the announce table.
But keep in mind, Nikki's got to pin or submit the champ. He's got to get back.
Becky actually does this a lot, and I always get a good laugh out of it. She should probably stop doing that spot in the future. The only thing that looked worse is when she was selling this at Survivor Series.
You can survive war games. Now tomorrow's a very different day.
Becky is unintentionally hilarious. She's got to be a little bit more serious. This next clip might be the worst WWE botch of 2025.
Cover now on Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton.
We saw a triple threat match featuring Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton, and there was a spot where Jade hit a big power move on Jax. That is when Tiffany jumped in to steal the pin, and Nia just forgot to kick out, and the referee just stops at 2 despite there being absolutely no kick out, and it was a bad look for professional wrestling. Some people blame the referee, others blame Nia Jax. I put more of the fault on Jax because she should have been the one to kick out of the pin, but the referee does get some blame, a partial blame, because she should have just counted to 3. Whatever happens, happens after that. The same thing happened another time during a tag team match on SmackDown when Elton Prince did not kick out.
Shooting star press into the cover.
When LA Knight got put through this announce table, the production team made a mistake changing the camera angle to a lady with some notes. I love how she just runs out of the frame too. Imagine taking that bump only for this mistake where people don't even see your reaction. Take a look at this other botch involving LA Knight.
As Mello is the legal man.
That was awkward. You know what else was awkward? Jey Uso's push in 2025, because while fans in attendance love the guy and love doing his yeet dance, there's a lot of negative reaction that he generates from the online community. One of the biggest issues they have with him are the botches. You got the one time that he failed this dive.
I think you spent more time yeeting than the entire match lasted, Cole. Look out!
Jey Uso! Oh, goodness.
Then there was a time that he slipped during a spear. He almost ended the Miz's career with this botch.
Oh, wow! That was unique.
Then he overcalculated this dive and nearly hurt himself.
With the tsunami. Oh, they're getting started.
And don't forget about this hilarious botch with CM Punk. Punk was so mad that he actually kicked Jay on the back of the head and told him to lock in. It was very similar to the Shawn Michaels and Vader situation from that botch in 1996. But this might be the worst Jey Uso botch.
Will have the entry interval advantage of the numbers game prior to the full.
On top of that, he can't even do his move right. He needs a new finisher because he botches his own spear a ton of times.
Bullseye right to the jaw.
Spear again.
Spear.
And Uso with a cross body.
It is fair to say that 2025 has not been so nice to Jey Uso. Let's just hope there's less bloopers from him next year. This might be the worst Alabama slam I've ever seen.
Sponsor for the Alabama slam didn't quite get all of
Cody
it.
Rhodes has one of the best entrances in the business today. Everything from his family royalty quote to the music and the pyro that everyone screams whoa at the same time. It is absolutely perfect. However, it wasn't perfect the time that production messed up and forgot to fire off his pyro. I love how Cody was completely confused before continuing his entrance. In a match on Raw, we saw a blooper with Rhea Ripley when she picked up Charlotte for a tag team move with Io Sky. Her body just gave out, and what followed after was Ripley and Flair just slowly falling to the ground. She tried again and did manage to deliver the move. The funniest part about this botch is just Io standing there waiting on the top rope the entire time. There was a couple of notable botches that took place at War Games this year. The first one is when Liv Morgan faked her betrayal on Dominic Mysterio. When she went to slap him in the face, you could see that she totally missed him if you really slow down the footage. She needs to take lessons from Stephanie McMahon the next time she wants to slap someone, because that woman never held back when she slapped some wrestlers. The other botch is more serious. It was when Braun Breaker landed right on his neck. It looked very scary, and that's a botch that can end your career and maybe even life. Thankfully though, Braun Breaker bounced back and he did finish the match, pinning CM Punk. Carmelo Hayes and Cody Rhodes walked so Javon Evans and Mr. Iguana could run.
It's something different. Oh, whoa, what happened? What happened?
This is Rey Mysterio slipping out of a move by accident.
Back at JBL, and oh, look out.
I don't think we'll ever forget about Travis Scott's time with the WWE. He will be remembered for standing tall with John Cena and The Rock at Elimination Chamber, ruining the WrestleMania main event and botching this move. Travis forgot wrestling is not real, and so he smacked Cody with all of his force, giving him a black eye and a ruptured eardrum. He did all of that and then just quit. That is one hell of a wrestling career. Let's move on to a different celebrity, and that's Jelly Roll, who was featured in a major tag team match with Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton. We gotta give credit where it's due. He was impressive in that debut match. However, there was one blooper that was funny. Before he took the splash from Logan Paul, you could see him staring at Logan, waiting to brace for impacts. Pat McAfee versus Gunther was pretty entertaining, but there were some bloopers from that match.
Gunther from behind. Pat lands on his feet again.
If we're being fair, McAfee is not a wrestler, so you can't expect him not to botch, but with that said, it's still funny to see these fails. We got another production blooper, and it happened at SummerSlam during the Tribal Chief's entrance. The pyro usually goes off when he puts the one in the air. This time though, they messed up and it happened too early, and he didn't get any of it when he actually did his taunt. Sticking with Roman Reigns and SummerSlam, there was another botch. He brought back his signature dive over the top rope, and that move will most likely go back into retirement because Breaker and Reed didn't catch the OTC. It was a rough landing that could have gone a lot worse, but thankfully he was fine. Those two guys also failed to catch CM Punk during this spot. If I was another wrestler, I would not try to jump on these two guys. Speaking of CM Punk, let's talk about the buckshot lariat. I've come to learn that every wrestler should stop doing that move except Hangman Adam Page. He's one of the only people who don't botch the move. We've seen CM Punk fail to land on the flip, and now Logan Paul joins that club.
Oh man, Logan, that cost him.
Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more, and here are some other videos I think you might enjoy.